Hi everybody, I'm back, and I have had a successful home birth with Bodhisattva over here. She's sleeping right now, but I wanted to share with you the fact that she's born, and it's very interesting. She introduced herself to me 2 days before she was actually born through a dream, but that is another story. Right now I just want to share with you that she was successfully born in a home. It was at my doula's home on July 2nd at 6 in the morning. I started laboring at 4:30. I had a contraction that woke me up, and it was one of those contractions contractions that made me not want to have a baby. Baby. Let's all see the baby. And there's Ashe. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. You know how babies are. They gotta be up in it. So I think that she's hearing my voice. Pandora Vassini here, the little one. She's gonna want to wake up, and if I have to take care of her during this video, I will.
Wake up.
Hold on, baby. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Ashe? Okay.
Wake up.
So basically, it was one of those contractions where I was like, never mind. I don't think I want to have a baby. I'm cool. But anyhow, 4:30, and so she was born around 6:10 in the morning in the home, in a bed. I do have the video, as much as we were able to record, considering it was only 2 of us there and I needed a hand to hold, and it was all very spontaneous. I did not bring my own personal camera with me, but it's okay. We made it happen. It was a breech birth, and there's just some things I want to share with you before I run out of time on this video. So what happened was, she was born. She was all the way out. The placenta was birthed as well. And what we did was we did call the paramedics, because she had a very weak cry. And considering the fluid in the lung situation, we didn't want to take any chances. So what we did was we called. Okay. We called the paramedics. They did come. And they stayed for about 15-20 minutes checking me. You know, they didn't really do much to me, because I was cognizant, I was talking, everything was fine. They did check the baby's heart rate twice, at 2 different intervals. They checked her breathing. They said she was breathing fine, her heart rate was fine. And so they left. Go see Daddy, okay? So they left, basically, right? And then she was her breathing was, her cry was very weak. It wasn't a strong cry, and that's why the paramedics came. But I'm glad that they basically cleared her. Her colors start coming in. They said her breathing was fine. You know, but it was a concern, and we didn't want to take major chances. But I did not want to labor in a hospital, and I did not labor in a hospital. I did not deliver in a hospital. And I do have lotus birth. Oh, no. Lotus birth, like we intended to have. So she is still attached basically to the placenta, which we will go over momentarily. So afterwards I was resting or whatnot, and you know, my bleeding was heavy, so we decided after about 3 hours that I needed to be checked, due to we didn't want me to not be okay also, right? So what we did was we packed up the baby, and the placenta and myself, and we got in the car and we drove to Altabates Hospital in Berkeley, deep down. And we went through the emergency room. We tried to go straight up to labor and delivery or postpartum, and they said no. I had to go to the emergency. Which was totally fine. They saw me right away, pretty much. They put me in a room. So I went into the room and let them know that I was having an issue with the bleeding. I was very dizzy. I was having leg cramps and stuff. My midwife, or Rasha, she suggested that the cramping could be a major issue due to I could have blood clots in my legs, and you know, we just would rather be safe than sorry. We don't want anything to happen to mama or baby. So we did go to the hospital along with the baby. She was not admitted at all. I was admitted, but I had Victoria standing right there with the baby. She was able to nurse. She was able to stay attached to her umbilical cord. They couldn't do nothing to the baby. They checked me. I was concerned that I might have torn also. I didn't tear. And it just was a pleasant experience, actually. Everybody was supportive. I did talk to a doctor on the phone during... Remember I told you guys that I had a conversation on the phone with the doctor that I lost the recording of? Well, it was this particular doctor, and she happened to be there that day, and she was happy to see me. She was happy that I had a home birth. She was happy that everything went well. She was very cooperative and very nice. She wasn't standoffish at all. She was actually happy that things went my way. And she cleared me as far as my bill of health. She did tell me that I was anemic, though. And so she prescribed me all these things. She prescribed me pre-navite vitamins, which is like prenatal vitamins. I guess, so I'll build up my energy. They wanted to give me like an iron supplement through the IV, and I declined, you know. Then they gave me iron pills, ibuprofen, Docalax, That's pretty much so I can go poop easier when it's time, and you know, you might need that. I'm sure there are natural ways though. I mean, I think the doctors are just trying to be as helpful as possible, because I pretty much did everything. I mean, they didn't really need to do anything, but they were just trying to be helpful, and that's what they're there for. They're there for emergencies, and this time it wasn't all about their control factor. You know, it was all good. You know, I wasn't mad at that at all. So, I'm eating lots of food high in iron. Apricots are high in potassium and iron. That will help with the cramps that I'm feeling. I don't have any blood clots or anything like that, but it was a concern. I'm using this really cool stuff for my nipples. I don't know if you can see that. It's organic Earth Mama Angel Baby nipple butter, and it is made with olive oil, calendula, cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter, rosemary extract. It works. It's not lanolin, it's lanolin free. Even though lanolin works really well, I still notice that my nipples get like sores on them, you know, sometimes when I was using lanolin with my other babies. I got liquid chlorophyll. It's really helpful to stop bleeding and stuff like that, and it's just good supplement for you. It helps with the blood coagulating, and it will go to the baby too, which is good, you know. So I have the placenta here. I'm gonna see if I could get this on video for y'all. Full lotus, baby, full lotus. So we pretty much have the placenta in a bowl, like so. I have it dressed with lavender. I didn't put it right on the placenta though. I put it around the chucks because it does smell like after a day, and it's like 90 degrees out here where I live, and you feel me? But I put some tea tree, because I told y'all I like that tea tree. That tea tree smell is just So it's got tea tree and lavender around it inside the chucks part, you know, on the cloth part. And I get this lavender. Now lavender, it's not that expensive. It's all natural. It's not cut with anything. And tea tree. So I do have another video at the hospital where they actually, she was nice enough, the doctor at the Alta base, to open up the placenta and show us what it's all about, you know what I'm saying? And that was wonderful. I appreciated her doing that. So that is the placenta, basically, still attached. We must treat it with tender, loving care. The doctor warned me that you don't want to, you want to be careful. You don't want to go around outside and stuff with the placenta at all. This is really meant to have mama baby time, relax, the baby stays connected as a whole, sort of, until it naturally falls apart, because tetanus it could get, you know, the placenta could get tetanus and, you know, all this other stuff, and it would go to the baby. And, you know, I don't know how accurate that information is, but this is what she mentioned to me. So, you know, I'm just passing along the information. And so here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about this bowl, right? I found out is that my baby fits right inside it. Isn't that cool? So if I have to go somewhere, I just pick them both up. Isn't that cool? You wanna come say hi to them? Okay. So basically, this is full lotus. Full lotus baby. Alright, now there's another important thing I want to discuss with you about breech baby. Breech baby has been sitting in full lotus. Sometimes. I mean, you can have footling breech babies, but this particular baby was a frank breech. She came out bottom first. So her legs were folded up like this. Now let me show you what happens when a baby has been folded up for a long time. She has this issue with her legs. Do you see her legs? Scary looking, huh? This scared me very much. I mean, not very much. I was very happy that my baby was okay breathing, first of all. If I had to deal with a developmental issue, okay, my baby's alive. You know, you deal. You understand? Crazy. This is like, I was concerned that, you know, I was of course concerned. But, and she still has to have an appointment with the pediatrician on Tuesday because it's the 4th of July. And she's a day old. And so basically, I was worried about the legs, but when I went to the doctor, when I went to Altabase to get myself checked out, I asked them, I said, I don't want my baby admitted. And they were like, well, to tell you honestly, okay, to tell you honestly, if I check her out, if I look at her at all, I'd have to admit her. And I said, okay, that's fine, but I just want to ask you, her legs, and she stopped me before I could even finish. She said her legs are jackknifed, like this, right? And it looks like her knees is coming out the back. And I said, yes. She said, that's normal. She said, your baby's been sitting in breech position like that for a long time. So, what you do is when you wrap the baby, like swaddle the baby or anything like that, you basically wrap the legs straight down. You do your best. Don't force her legs to bend forward or bend the right way. You understand what I mean? I think it's sore for her. You understand what I mean? I think that it's sore. So basically, I'm gonna have to stop this video and continue in the next video. So, un momento, por favor.